This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Tuesday. Great news coming in from the Pan American Games. Ariana Vanderpool Wallace just won the first medal for the Bahamas at this year's Games, currently going on in Toronto, Canada. Vanderpool Wallace swam the final of the women's 100 meters freestyle and clocked 54.15 seconds for the bronze medal. The gold medal went to the swimmer from the host country, Canada, Chantal Van Landeham, and the silver to the American, Natalie Coughlin. Landeham set a new Pan American record, 53.83 seconds, erasing the old mark, which was set just hours ago in the preliminary rounds by Coughlin. The Pan American Games is just one of two major competitions Ariana Vanderpool Wallace will be participating in this summer. Up next is the World Championships.
Ariana swims with swim mark, and she is fine-tuning her races because after the Pan Am Games she's flying over to Kazan, Russia, where she will be participating in the World Championships in the 50-meter freestyle as well as the 50-meter butterfly events. She's limited her performances in Russia primarily because she wants to have a really strong impression at the Pan Am Games. Of course, Joanna still trains in Freeport, and what we'd like the Bahamas to know is that Joanna's performances are so outstanding, even though she trains in a 25-meter pool in Grand Bahama. Without heat, when it's cold, she has to swim, and she was able to juggle all of this amongst her demanding high school schedule. And like the Bahamas may know already, last year, while she was a grade 11 student, she was able to complete 9 BGCSEs with 9 A's and win her first Youth Olympic medal, the first for the Bahamas, as a matter of fact. And Dustin trains at Ohio State, Laura trains at the Petty School, and also Ariel trains with a team in Orlando, Florida. So our swimmers certainly haven't lacked the exposure as well as the training and development. And all they really need to do is focus on their races, focus on their best times, and be sure that they will have an excellent representation for the Bahamas.
The Big Yard was the place to be this weekend for the All Andros and Berry Islands Regatta, which wrapped up on Saturday. Our Charles Fisher was down there for all the action.
Hundreds flocked to the Big Yard for the 22nd Regatta. Call this one a wrap, one of the best ever. Member of Parliament for Andros and the Berry Islands, the Honorable Dr. Perry Gomez, crediting the committee for a job well done.
The fact that this year you've chosen one of your own, Mr. Bernard Evans, as the new chairman of the Regatta Committee, even though he only had 6 weeks, as he said, such a short time, but despite that, you've produced a wonderful product here this evening. And so I want to encourage all of you who work with the Regatta team to continue to do so, to make Andros Regatta bigger and better year by year.
Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Honorable V. Alfred Gray, also responsible for regattas in the country, congratulated everyone also on a job well done.
I want to congratulate those who won, those who did not win, and those who simply participated. Because there can only be one winner for every race. But because you participated, you make that show and those boats look so good.
Now to the hardware, where Keith Brown sailed the Sweet Island Gal to victory in Class C. Over in Class B, it was the ZNS and Joseph Brown hearing the cannon.
Well, the boat was sailing very well, and the crew was handling very well. It was been hard to beat out there because the weather was good, and you had a little bit of breeze. And anytime the boat could keep a sail full and the crew handle her well, it's hard to beat her.
Top skipper of the regatta was Stefano Kemp.
It was a surprise to me also, but I did my best. I was in a little struggle in the last regatta in Governor's Harbour, but I couldn't give up, I did what my teacher taught me, King Eric Gibson, and I never give up and I keep pushing.
A very successful regatta in terms of the seas and on the shores. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
The One Love Foundation Summer Soccer League is expected to kick it up a notch this August holiday Monday weekend. Only 4 teams remains, with Sunday being an elimination day.
Everybody's happy. We was actually trying to plan this over a year now, and through the grace of God, everything came together. Ms. Brown from the DW Davis and Mr. Sanders from Ministry of Education, they made it happen for us, and we were able to get in the field and make this project possible.
How's the competition been so far? I see the people out there, fans out there. How's it been?
It's been stiff. It's been real good because we had a good crowd show up. We was expecting all these people. We just expecting the teams to come up and play, but as you can see, they brought a lot of fans with them. Last week we actually had more people than us, but this week I don't know what happened. But it's turned out to be good though.
So it looked like soccer's alive and very competitive here now. So
yeah, it's very good. Soccer's developing in the Bahamas. I mean, I understand the Bahamas ain't that developed with the soccer thing and all that, but a lot of people love the game of soccer. It's just if the people focus more, like, you know, they focus a lot on basketball and baseball, but if they show some interest in soccer developed to be a very big sport in the Bahamas.
Just when the players in the Bahamas Fly Football League thought they could put away their cleats, the executives of the league announced the All-Star Games.
We have some of the best players in the league out of 700 people. We have two fantastic teams, East and West, that are comprised of, on the men's side, the 10 teams that are in the league, women's side again, another 10 teams, and pretty much between 3 and 5 of the best players from those teams. So it should be a great matchup with East and West, both men's and women's, and quite exciting considering that the league is now very challenged on both the women's and men's sides with the caliber of play that is going on. So yeah, we're looking forward to a really great time on Sunday.
That's all the time we have for sports. Once again, I'm Kelsey Johnson. Stay tuned. There's more to come.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.